Fragile voice in a world of arms. Warships flow while cities shake. I push the throttle till the heavens break. I'm not a hero, I'm just the one, still chasing ghosts into the sun. And Ace is only worth his name when he flies through death and flame.
So sing for me when the cannons roar. Sing like peace is worth fighting for. I'll meet the storm, I'll take the lead. I'll be the shield the others need. Through the static, through the fire, I climb higher, I climb higher.
With every lock and every strike, I gamble one more borrowed life.
If my wings fall from the blue, let my final trail guide you.
I'll become the morning light. If it ends this war tonight.
Transforming steel, a pilot's prayer, missile smoke and neon air. I learned to fight, I learned to fall, I learned the sky could take it all. But past the battle line I see a dream that still belongs to me. A place where songs that live the gun and no one has to lose someone.
I can hear them calling my name. Friends I lost inside the flame. They're flying with me side by side. Ghost formation in the night.
Ghosts in the night, they fly.
Side by side.
Through the static, through the fire, I climb higher, I climb higher. If I disappear from you, no, I chose this path for you. Let the stars remember me, not for death, but victory.
I'll become the morning light. If it ends this war tonight. If it ends this war.
Here we go.
Never a dull moment in this place. Lovely Academy City.
All right, and welcome everybody to the stream. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing amazing. Welcome in everyone. How's it going? Zach, thank you for 4 months of support. How you doing, Rania? Also, hi, Pat. Hello, our favorite pupper fish, Pat. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Welcome into the stream, everyone. Night is going well for me. Day's been going well. Give me a second.
He chose to rule, he chose to kill. Not born a savior, not clean, not kind, sharper.
Anyways, hi. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. We're going to hopefully see what happens. I think I fixed the issue. I don't know if I fixed the issue though, so we will see. We will see what happens and what's going on. So like, I'm hoping I fixed it. It looks like it's running a little bit better. I didn't have like an error or something going, hey, by the way, you need to do this. I'm like, but, so that's a good thing. The NVIC is back. I realized I needed to turn on my fan before I started doing anything else. But yeah, we're going to continue on. We started up another seed. I was struggling with one seed last night, so we started up another seed last night. So we're going to try and finish up the seed for this map, Rando, tonight, and then we can go from there. So, but hopefully everyone is doing well and having an amazing night. Let me turn on the timer, and Zach, it did count, so I don't have to add in more. So, but thank you again for 4 months of support. I'm still working on the community prompt. So I've got you, Zach, I've got Rania, I've got Pat, I've got a few people in there already. So a huge community thank you image for after this is all done.
One was the crown, one was the blade, one was betrayed, one had betrayed, one drank blood from the dying land, one took souls with a skeletal
So, like, I'm going to try and get everyone in there. All right, but yeah, so we are going to be continuing on with the randomizer and going forth. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure my brain is like slightly here and there and all over the place because I'm trying to make sure I'm giving everything a little bit of time to kind of go through and everything.
Saturday morning cereal bowl, sugar
So yeah, we're going to do that. Girlfriend's yelling at me. But yeah, we're going to do more of this run. We're going to complete this one, I hope. If I have to, I'll pull up the cheater log and kind of look, but I don't think we'll need to. We're going to we're just gonna finish everything.
Red was brave and blue was cool. Yellow made the bad guys look like fools. Pink had aim, black had style.
So, but yeah, we're going to. Sorry. Yeah. No. Oh my gosh. My brain is like all over the place. What the fuck's going on? Okay, calm down. Hold on. I'm kind of nervous because I'm nervous that as soon as I turn on the capture, it's going to break everything. So I should be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I know I'm gonna be fine. I know I'm gonna be fine. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get everything going. Let me. Oh God.
Why did the monster wait for them to transform?
I have to actually. Oh, I gotta redo everything. Wait, what the fuck? Why do I have to redo everything?
Why do they announce every attack? Because friendship needs branding.
Oh no, because I opened up a second instance. Okay, I'm just.
Explode through a wall. Because
I was just stupid.
Civilians.
Now, why is my brain like broken right now? I don't know why it's broken today. It's been a long week, I think. It's been a long week. I think I'm just like, I'm worried that everything's gonna break as soon as I load this. So let's see. Let's load it up. Let's go.
Coded memory.
Let's see what happens. If there's a little bit of audio issues, that's one thing. That's just the PC trying to kill itself. No, wrong thing. There we go. Right there. There we go. We should be good now. So, but yeah, so we're going to keep going. Let's hope. But yeah, all right, everything's working. I'm not getting random issues. Bitrate's fine and stable. I'll make sure on everything. Yeah, everything is looking good. Everything is looking good. All right, so we're stable. We're good. We are stable. We are good. Mental state. I mean, feel that. Okay, so where were we? Okay, so we need to come back down to Turian, right? Yeah, we need to come back down to Turian. We have missiles now. We can deal with Kraid. Okay, so it's Kraid there. Then we can search this upper area. Let's go. Let's go. How do I get... Oh, this way. This way. There we go. I should be good enough to deal with Kraid. I think I'm good to take care of. Ridley's gonna be a little rough, but I think I can deal with Ridley. That's his health, so we need to go down this way. Got it. Yeah, let's go. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure. How are you doing, Ranya? Hopefully you're doing well. Alright. Alright. So if I come over this way, I think we're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. That's the one thing I was worried about. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna get locked. Yeah. Up there. Okay, we're good. All right, sorry, I'm trying to think of like routing on which way to go and everything. You know? Because gotta be a little intelligent, which I am not, obviously. Did not do anything to actually do a jump there. Good on you, kid. Good on you. Alright, anyways. Anyways, let's go. Oh, well, there's bombs, so that means I can IVJ now. That's good. There. That's a door. That's... Okay. Through here and up. Through here and up. Through here and up. Through here and up. Okay. There. Oop, wave. Okay, be careful about shooting here. And we're going. Alright, so wave gives me... Oh, I mean, wave's pretty good. Since I can get around everywhere. Yeah, pretty much we're just... I think we're practically go mode at this point. I wouldn't mind having like extra missiles, supers. We may have to go to Torian for that. I wouldn't mind having that. That's about it. You know. Alright. Missiles there. I can set power bombs. Because I'm bad at this. Alright, we're good. And luckily, I can just kind of get around. All right, we're good there. Bombs means we can do this. Oh, that's X-ray. Okay. All right, whatever. That's fine. Do I have a missile pack up there? Is that worth it? No, that missile pack isn't worth it. We've got 2 heals there. And then there's criteria. We should probably go down to criteria. Yeah, I think we should go down to criteria, yeah. Nope. Come here. There it is. Alright. Now we kind of backtrack because there's no... Yeah. Alright, now we backtrack. Go from there. And we are out. Alright, fuck it. We'll just deal with Crate now. Guess it's better. Alright. I messed up. There we go. I had the quick kill, and then I lost it because I didn't know my finger placements because I'm dumb. No, I just didn't have my fingers right where I needed them to be, so. Alright, there we go. Yep, bro, it's going. Everything's working today, finally, so. Feel better. So yeah, we're gonna go to criteria. I really would like a few more supers than what I have. Or plasma. If I had plasma, I think it'd be a lot better if I had plasma. For Ridley. You know? Well, at least I got some ammo from that. Maps down there. Shit, okay. That's good. That's good to know. Okay, so we have ship here. The map is below us. I'm gonna go right from map, because that's probably our best bet. Missiles 30. I don't know any of the tricks, so I may actually those, so. Okay, really interesting. Alright, well, there's plasma. There is plasma, so we are good there. Couple super missiles won't be bad. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just being... I'm just not playing well. It's fine. We have ship. We now know where ship is, and we have bosses. So we have everything we need. I don't even need to. A little more health. Maybe the reserve tank. Maybe one more E-tank. I need six. Yeah, I think I need 6 E-tanks. I think we're good. Question mark. That's a lot. That's a potential self. Oh, that's why. Okay. That's why. That's why it's potential soft lock. Got it. Same with this one. We should be good though. Yeah, because we have everything. We have everything, so we can just... Really, sand pits? There's an E-tank. Okay. I think we're go mode. Where's this map? It's between sand pits? So it's the other sand pit. Got it. I forgot how to do this, so... There we go. Alright, let's go. Well then, what's up here? There's a major up here? What major is up there then? I don't think I need that major. Unless it's screw tack, I don't think we need it. Alright, that's safe. So, okay, so both sandpit. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's all the information I need to know. Alright, let's get out here then. Anything over here, potentially? That's the other way in. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go kill Ridley then. Alright, let's go. Alright, so go up, save Ridley. All right. Won't be bad to have a farm, but I don't think I'm gonna have much choice there. We'll see. I don't think there's a farm here. Yeah. Yeah, because none of these things are giving me freaking dupers. Oh, there. Spoke too soon. Alright, let's go, Ridley. Where are you, really? And oh, Ridley's not dead. Okay, Ridley's up. Ridley is a deed. Dead souls. And then that's just a recharge station. Is there another one nearby? Mother Brain. This is only health, so I have to farm a little bit. Luckily, we are right here. Right here, so it's to be easy farm. Okay. That caution's always around Ridley's door because Ridley can be a soft lock area if you're not careful. If you don't know how to fight Ridley without Varia, he will be like the end of everything, so. He 100% will, so. Alright, let's go. To Mother Brain now. What do I have? I should try and do a trick to make it through Mother Brain, because that's something that would be a smart thing to do. Big points now. Fine. Okay, so I don't have long enough speedway. Alright. Don't have a long enough speedway to do this, so let's go. Alright. Okay, fine. Alright, so I need to go farm, because I'm not good at doing... No, there's two tricks to do it. You can speed boost into it, and and get it, break through the wall, or you can freeze and break through the wall. I'm just bad at both, so. Where's a farm? I need a farm. All I need is a farm. What are you again? Oh, you're falling, that's right. They stop giving me health and giving me missiles. Thank you. I need a lot more missiles, but you know what? Where's the closest? I have no close, ammo recovery. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, wait, yes I do. I've got a perfect farm. Hold on. I'm just not thinking about it. Here. We just come over here. Then I do this. This is why this is here. All right, let's go. Let's just finish this off. I do have more than enough now to finish everything. Yo, Rio, thank you. Hopefully you are doing well. I know you've been, like, out. I haven't really heard much because I don't reach out to anyone ever because I'm kind of bad, but thanks for swinging by. Hopefully you are doing well. Oh. Right. That was a little rough, but Am I? Oh, okay. I think I'm good. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Oh, did I fuck up? I fucked up. I need to hurt myself a little bit more. Or not. No, I'm good. I did need to hurt myself a little bit more so we can get through stuff. And we gotta go down to criteria, right? Yep. Go straight down. They give you a lot of time. Well, my difficulty is set lower. My skill level's set lower. Oh. Not bad. Not bad. First successful one. That's not bad. A lot of deaths, a lot of resets too. And just trying to figure out where the hell I'm going. So you know. Been a long time in Turian. A lot of time in Turian. 17 saves, 3 deaths, 4 reloads. Yeah, you guys can't really see. You'll see it. 2 resets, not bad. Spent 9 minutes, 33 seconds in criteria, 24:55 in Norfair. Yeah, 55:50 in Torian. An 11-minute pause. So, Varia, 24, power bombs, super missiles, energy tank were all about correct. Morphball was correct, got it. Spring ball was my 4th step. Ice, okay. Okay. D-booster was step 7. High jump was in criteria. That was one of the ones I didn't go for. Step 10 was getting a reserve tank. Okay. Wave beam bombs, X-ray, and then screw attack, which was in Norfair. Which is another one of the ones I don't think I went for, so. That would be that major in criteria that I was trying to go for. That was screw attack. Or no, that was high jump. That was in fact high jump. All right, interesting, interesting. Oh, I feel good. I feel good about it. Feel good about it. I do need to get better about like practicing stuff and just doing better overall. But I feel really good about that. That felt really good. Felt really good and very strong. So nice, nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. Let me go ahead and make new seed. And new seed. New seed loaded up. All right, interesting, interesting start. Go right first. Okay, so I'll have to do safety jumps there. Fine, let's go left. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, out there. Now. Sure. All right, Speedway. Okay, so there's morph. I could probably get it. Probably where I need to go. I want to see what's down here first. Mario's down here, okay. Mario first, and then morph. Alright, let's... I gotta get better at doing that trick. Either way. I know where missiles are. Took a little damage there for those missiles. All right, let's go. Where are you? Super missiles. Okay. Take a little heat damage for missiles. Get super missiles. Okay. We're good now. We are good now. All right, let's go. I'm playing a little safe on things because how things can go. What was over here? Okay, so map's up there. Let's go for map. I think map's the next play. Let's go for map instead of blinding everything. I know, moving slow. There's a reason to this. I'm going to see what this is. This is that. Ow. God, where's our closest save point? There's not a save there. Oh boy, I need to play. I need to play super safe then. Yeah, no save? No save. Messing that up. Dumb. Messing that up. Fine. I know what I'm doing. I just gotta be smart about it, hit the buttons when I need to, and we're good. Our part. Being smart about things. Second hardest part. Hitting buttons right when you need to. And releasing buttons when you need to. I released that too soon. So the jump is like hitting jump at the right moment and then releasing at the right moment too, and not holding it too long, because if you hold it too long you go up really high. Like right there, I didn't even release it there. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. That's where map is, but that's probably not the way I need to go. Probably mini crate. Go down for mini crate. Alright. Okay. Save? No visible saves. I love this. Super missiles, energy tank. Backside, I don't need to worry about this. So, pirate room. No power bombs. I can be. Sure. Okay. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Alright. Maybe the correct way was... God, I'm not put that on it. Yeah. Alright. I messed up pretty bad there. I messed up pretty bad. So yeah, it's up that way. Oh god. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, so the steps... Yeah, I don't like any of this. I don't like any of this at all. I don't like any of this at all, to be honest. I really don't. Actually, I'm looking at the cheat right now. I want to see kind of what they want. More supers. Yeah, okay. All right, step 5 is power bombs. So power bombs would let me escape. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so now that we know this is working, and now that I've wanted to start off with that and then kind of go from there. It wasn't. See, this is where it is. I'm like all over the place today. It's my fault. It's my fault for being all over the place. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep streaming, but I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna get some we'll just get some reacts out of the way. I've got stuff to watch. Okay, so we'll keep that there. Keep that there. Oh,
Police respond to a reported
Sorry, making sure I've got stuff where I need it. All right, all right. Oh, I have nothing else in here. That's all for later. Okay. That's all for later. Sorry, we're just going to do some crime. Do some crime. We'll do some fat electric. Um, that. We'll see. We'll see what we get through. We'll see what we get. I gotta work on more. I just gotta get more comfortable with thinking. And with map randos. But I need to practice a lot more. I just need to practice a lot more. That's what it comes down to. A lot of just practicing, making sure we're all. I'm more comfortable with tricks and stuff like that, and overall just being better. Do there we go. Like hello, can I the YouTube video over? But all right, everyone, because I thought it was going to take me a lot longer, to be honest. So I wasn't prepping myself for a second, doing a second run of anything. I thought I still had a lot to do, and I was going to have to do a lot more to be prepped and ready for it. So I was wrong. Oh yeah, you know what? I did realize something. Yeah. Because Dark Phoenix over on Kick, he resubbed, and I know it didn't count because stuff and things. So, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that was doing well, and tonight's kind of a test night to make sure everything's working well. So here's the other test, because now everything's all good. Okay, I'll look at that later. I mean, like, alerts and that's so weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on right there. But I wanted to do some other tests. So the other test is recordings, make sure everything's recording right and everything like that. Because again, yesterday was kind of a nightmare and kind of threw me off. I'll say I think yesterday kind of really threw me off for today. Anyways, but that's no excuse. That's just me not stopping. Me constantly going. But anyways, we are going to be checking out The Fat Electrician. He is talking about the greatest invention of the 20th century. So I'm sorry, Europe. This is probably about AC. And I think it's mainly, there's only a couple. I know Renya, like, it's hot, but not as bad. Sense of like outlying AC and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure this is about AC, air conditioning. And I'm sure Nick is going to go on a rant and go off. So, well, let's see let's see. I also love the shirt. Overkill's underrated.
I'm gonna come out and say it. The Europeans are apparently making window cheese, and you're gonna have to stick around if you want to know what that means. Today we're
I know he's going to explain why, but still. And again, I'm pretty sure it's primarily because it's like Germany, France, and the UK really don't like AC. I don't hear about it anywhere else. Just those three. Same.
talking about the most important invention of the 20th century, air conditioning. Can't know what you're thinking. That's a pretty big claim. We came up with a lot of important stuff in the 20th century. That is true. However, air conditioning is the most important one. I'm gonna prove it, and then I'm gonna relentlessly talk smack about Europeans the entire time, right after word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Supremacy World War III. It is a free-to-play online PvP military-based strategy game. The entire thing's based on a World War III type scenario where you get to pick your country and go to war with the rest of the world. You can forge alliances, or you can just go solo and try to take over the whole thing yourself. They've just introduced a new shadow market, which is basically the black market where you can do a bunch of sketchy, illegal stuff under the table that's gonna upset people if they find out. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it's gonna upset people. That's literally a function of the game. If you get caught, it can actually cause insurgency, civil unrest, or damage the morale of your country.
That's
unpopular opinion, they should probably update it so it increases the morale of the American military if they get caught, because their unofficial motto is, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. I mean, it's never a war crime the first time. So if you want to give it a try, you can play with up to 99 other people, and it's available on both PC and mobile, and it's free. So if you want to check it out, I'm gonna have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, why are we even talking about air conditioning right now, okay? If you're not chronically on the internet like myself, A, good for you, but B, let me fill you in real quick.
Yeah, or like me, who's I've been better about it. I've been trying not to be so online. I mean, that's my job, but still I'm trying not to be super online so I can kind of like cut myself off a little bit. I'm still trying to grow and do things, but I'm also like trying to take breathers and breaks from it, because it's sometimes there are days that I'm just like, why am I even, never mind, you know, it's bad.
Every June or July, there's a magical time of year where the British experience a heat wave. There's newspaper articles, there's British and European people getting on the internet talking shit about how the Americans just don't understand a British heat wave. We couldn't possibly survive, yada, yada, yada. So then I get on there, I'm competitive, they're talking smack. It's like, okay, I mean, how hot is it over there? Never been there. Maybe it is super hot. I have no idea. So then you look into it, and all the headlines are like, the British heat wave has reached over 30 degrees Celsius for the 5th day in a row.
Yeah, all you have to do to convert is ×2, add 32, and join the rest of the human race.
Okay, my country's flag is on the moon. I have no idea what 30 degrees Celsius is, so then you gotta get on Google again. You gotta ask it what 30 degrees Celsius is, converted into Fahrenheit, the superior way of measuring temperature. It's like 86 degrees, and these people are acting like they're melting. Buh! Actually, Celsius is better.
Oh, and here comes the keyboard warrior, Nick. Oh no. All right, Nick. Weigh in on it.
Because it's a metric system, you know, that measurement system the entire world uses except for you guys, it's obviously the best. Buh. No, it isn't. It doesn't even make sense, okay? Fahrenheit is the easiest concept on the planet. Zero is...
I'm also going to state this. Most of the world, yes, uses the metric system until you get to certain things like the British and the Irish don't use kilometers, they use miles per hour. Same with Canada. Canada uses miles per hour. Like there's certain things that they use, but then there's other things like temperature or like basic measurements, stuff like that. It gets confusing. Like just pick one and stick with it, and then we'll just deal with everything after that.
It's cold, 100 is hot, based on the human experience, the end. Celsius, on the other hand, is based on the freezing and boiling point of water, which doesn't even make sense because the freezing and boiling point of water isn't a constant. It depends on like 20 other variables, including altitude. Okay, when somebody asks you, how hot is it outside? Nobody's asking you, how does a glass of water at sea level feel about the temperature outside? No, I'm asking you, are my balls gonna be sweaty if I go outside? Do I need to wear shorts? Do I need to bring baby powder? Is monkey butt a potential hazard? These are the questions I want to know. I don't give a fuck how water feels about it.
So it will also state that. That's the funny part because, yeah, living at a higher altitude, water boils at a lower temperature at a higher altitude because there's less oxygen for the water to boil. Oxygen evaporates quicker. It dissipates. I shouldn't say evaporates. Dissipates quicker. So to boil faster. How it is, but at lower sea levels, it boils at what you expect it. So like the baseline for it is like at sea level. What does water boil at? Like, and in Celsius, it's 100 degrees Celsius at sea level. But at like a higher altitude, it might be 95 degrees instead of 100. There's variables to everything, so you know, it is what it is.
Oh gosh, it's just too much!
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, this happens every year. The Europeans get on the internet, they complain about a heat wave, 86 degrees, they pretend like they're melting, they say the Americans don't understand, we couldn't possibly survive a British heat wave, yada yada yada. Well, this year, something amazing happened. The FIFA World Cup is in America, so a bunch of Europeans came to America and they got to experience American heat, and it became overwhelmingly obvious to them they are, in fact, just being giant pansy asses about the entire situation. At which point the Europeans realized that they...
By the way, that was funny seeing a lot. Like, it was awesome because a lot of people got to come over and check out America, and they're like, "Oh wow, actually, you guys are pretty cool." Yeah, we're try to be. We're assholes, but we try to be. But the funniest part is like all the teams are like, "Oh yeah, we're used to the heat." They got here like, "Oh no!" Like Brazil. Well, Brazil's like, this is nothing." You should feel our summers. Yeah, we know Brazil. You guys are just, you're like us. Your seasons are all over the place and your heat is all over the place.
They were wrong, they admitted defeat, and we all moved on. I'm just kidding. The Europeans pivoted, they moved the goalposts, and then the entire conversation became about air conditioning. Okay, I had no idea because I'm an American, and to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck about European politics, but apparently the British and the French are like morally and mentally just adamantly opposed to air conditioning, to the point that it is literally a humongous political debate over there right now. And the right wing and the left wing over in France is literally divided on air conditioning. Air conditioning in France is right-wing technology. I'm not exaggerating. And me, with how my brain works, now I have to know the history of air conditioning. So, from the top. The first modern air conditioner was invented in 1902 by an engineer by the name of Willis Carrier, and Willis Carrier was hired by a publishing company to come in and solve a problem. The problem this publishing company had was that when they were trying to print things in summer, the heat and humidity was causing fluctuations in the paper and the printing process, giving them an inconsistent product that they weren't happy with. So he gets hired to come in and figure out...
That's... I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because you got a lot of heat. The printing press is pressing out newspapers. Like if you're looking at like newspapers or books or anything like that, let's just go newspapers because it's a common thing for that time period. A very common thing for that time period. It could warp paper. It could shrink it. It could expand it. It could smudge the ink. it could keep the it could dry the ink fast, so it's not printing and like you're not getting the right amount of like ink and things are faded right when they go on. Yeah, yeah. I can see why that's an issue.
A way to make their product more consistent while they're printing in summer. And his first option is, obviously, I'm just going to change the environment. I'm going to make it a constant. I'm going to get rid of the heat and the humidity so it's no longer a factor. Then we can tune the machines once and we can print away because it's always going to be the same temp and the same humidity in the factory. Okay, pause. I need you to understand, as a person in 2026 that's grown up with like modern technology, this sounds obvious, like, duh.
Yeah.
Just do that. But at the time in 1902, Homeboy literally came out of left field and is like, clearly, I just have to change the rules of physics. I have to change the entire world around me so this works. I'm literally gonna attempt to domesticate the fucking wind so I can print books. Okay, do you understand how insane that is? That would be if like the Wright brothers.
Okay, so it was a book printing press. So again, it's one of those like again thinking about certain things, going, how do we do this? God, was that dual? I don't know. We'll find out.
When they were trying to design an airplane, were like, fucking, we'll just turn off gravity. Duh.
It's science.
But somehow, this guy manages to do it, fixes the printing problem, sees the potential, patents the idea, patents the phrase air conditioning, and then he goes and creates the Carrier Air Conditioning Company, which is still around today, has like over 50,000 employees, and is worth over $20 billion. So air conditioning is like primarily used in these factory type settings. In 1914, there are some people starting to get air conditioners in their homes, but it's extremely rare. By the early 1930s, they are starting to have like commercial air conditioning units that you can put in a home, but they cost like $10,000, which in 1932, convert that to today's money, it's almost like $250,000 for a window air conditioning unit. But people were willing to pay it because if you got the money, not having false sweat is priceless.
Hell yeah.
Oddly enough, you can make the argument that air conditioning is actually responsible for movies, TV, and Hollywood as a whole. Because outside of manufacturing, one of the first industries to adopt air conditioning is movie theaters. Which makes so much sense because I cannot tell you how many times I've been shown like, oh, this is a silent film from 19 whatever the fuck, and oh, it was so funny at the time, blah, 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 blah. Nobody was going to movie theaters in the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s because they enjoyed watching silent films. They were going because that was the only place they could go to get air conditioning and get out of the heat for 2 hours.
Yeah, well, and not to mention, well, no, because we don't get newsreels until 1930, which is also where you would go and get video newsreels of what's going on in the affairs of, you know, America, like all across the nation and of course the world, because it was huge for World War II. But yeah, that makes sense because like 1920s, and depending on where you were, like the major city you were in the 1920s, atrocious. So yeah, you'd be going to a movie theater. I'm gonna go watch this movie, not because I want to watch this movie, because I want to stay cool. They have this really cool thing that keeps me cool.
You can actually go back and read accounts from people at the time where they're like, yeah, no, we don't go to the movie theater because we give a shit about the movie. We just go so we can go there to cool off. So in a way, it's pretty likely, or at least you could argue that if it wasn't for air conditioning, the film industry as we know it today might not exist.
Also, I will also state, it's even true today. Like there's times that like, I'll go see a movie to go see a movie, but there's times that's like, it's really hot outside. And if I go and see this movie, I don't care. Like, it looks like a dumb action flick. It might be a good, like, 2 hours waste of time just to turn off my brain and watch a dumb action flick, but I don't have to worry about the heat. Nice and cool. And I get out, I get in there, and then I'm like, man, I'm freezing my balls off. But it feels so good. And then you go outside, and you're like, ugh.
Regardless, movie theaters were a lot of people's first encounter with air conditioning, and once they saw it, they're like, holy shit, this is awesome. I want to get it inside my house. But from here, the cost of air conditioners actually plummets because it's something that everybody can use and everybody wants. It's just like TVs. When I was a kid growing up, a flat screen TV was like $12,000. It was some absurd amount of money. And today, I can go to Walmart and buy a 70-inch flat screen TV that's better than those TVs when I was growing up for like $400. So air conditioning got incredible.
Yeah, that's how technology moves, and that's minus like the price of RAM and GPUs right now, but that's because they're going to court right now because Nvidia, um, was it Nvidia, Samsung, and who else? The main manufacturers of like RAM are going to court because they've been found not even like not producing, like they can produce more RAM if they chose to, but they've been purposely jacking up the prices. Don't get me wrong, the rise of AI has increased it, so that was going to be an inevitable increase, but they've increased it even more by essentially going, oh, well, it's costing us this much to produce it now, and it's not, because their cost has gone up, but not as much as they stated it's been.
Incredibly cheap, incredibly
Weird how
fast
that
when you
works.
compare it to pretty much anything else. And by the 1950s, they were starting to have literal experiments that they would call air-conditioned villages. Basically, they were new housing developments where all these new homes had air conditioning in them, and they actually had psychologists and scientists go in, and the families that bought these homes volunteered to be studied for over a year to see the impacts of living in
This house. Sorry, I'm just thinking about that because it's the 1950s, and that's when this was built. Oh, we got cheated.
in an air-conditioned climate in your home and how it would affect you. People had no idea what would happen. Would they go crazy? Would they not be able to handle going outside anymore? These were all huge unknowns at the time. And you want to know what the psychologists and the scientists concluded about living in air conditioning? It's pretty fucking awesome, okay? They found out that everybody slept better, and they also found out that the housewives were reporting back to the psychologists that their husbands, and I quote, had a better disposition, aka their husbands weren't as fucking grumpy all the time. You can literally go back and read the articles. We'll read one right now. Headline: air conditioning helps with disposition. Women living in air-conditioned homes in Austin, Texas, the air-conditioned village, startled a team of psychologists and researchers by asserting their husbands' dispositions had somehow miraculously improved under the influence of air conditioning. Okay, when you're not hot, you're not grumpy. Fucking shocking, I know. Oddly enough, statistical data collected by these researchers indicated that indoor conditions within these homes could be conducive to support this opinion of these air-conditioned housewives. Reading newspapers from the 50s is crazy because it's just like, well, the housewives are saying their husbands are in the better mood, but them bitches are crazy. We can't trust them. We need empirical data to prove their opinion might be correct.
Beautiful. I know.
But even more strongly indicated is the likely possibility that the women themselves, as a result of enjoying the comforts of air conditioning, were able to look upon their spouses with a little more than usual benevolence.
I love that the 1950s were like, yeah, well, we don't care about it. The women are saying this, but it's probably because the men are in a better disposition because the women aren't so cranky being at home all day. Because they're nice and cool. So now they're not bitching at their husbands anymore. Man, that was those are some times. Granted, there's a lot of closet gay men, closet gay women too during that too. But we're not going to get into that. That's a different entire thing. This is about air conditioning.
Okay, translation: mom and dad are both in a better mood because nobody's sweating their ass off all day, obviously. Okay, just so we're all on the same page, if you're not picking up on a put down so far, air conditioning might be responsible for the entire film industry, TV as we know it today. It helps keep families together, and that's just scratching the surface on why it's the most important invention of the 20th century. Just to prove my point, let's have a thought exercise. I asked Google, completely blind. I had some guesses because I know a little bit about history, but I just went in blind and asked Google, what are the most important inventions of the 20th century? Let's see what they came up with. Coming in at number 1, we have the transistor, obviously extremely important, but the mass manufacturing of transistors isn't possible without air conditioning because in order to manufacture a transistor, you need purified air, humidity control, and temperature control, all of which are provided by air conditioning. So, no air conditioning, no mass manufacturing of transistors. One more point. Coming in at number 2, the internet, okay? Internet also can't exist without AC because the internet is run off of a bunch of server farms, which also need to be in a climate-controlled environment. You ever been inside of a server room? Pretty cold, pretty pure.
Yeah, server rooms can be pretty fucking. Like, you walk in there and you're like, yeah, I need a coat. And then you walk out and you're like, oh, I'm burning up.
Purified air, can't have it without air conditioning. Coming in at number 3, penicillin. Obviously, incredibly important. The world's first antibiotic, saved tens, if not hundreds of millions of lives since it was invented. And you know what? Would it exist without air conditioning? Almost certainly. However, would you be able to mass manufacture it to the degree that we do today as safely as we do without air conditioning? Absolutely not. Number 4, mass production of automobiles. Could that exist without air conditioning? Yes, it could. However, if you look at where most cars are manufactured, Texas, Tennessee, Alabama, Mexico, none of those places would be able to crank out cars to the degree that they do without air conditioning, because you would have workers.
Yeah, most of it would have been in the northern part of the states. So like Chicago, because that's where Motor City was originally. It was Chicago, but Chicago, Minnesota, North Dakota, like those areas would probably be it, because they are a lot more climate friendly for mass production of high labor. Nowadays, I mean, yes, a lot of machines are used, but you still have a lot of human interaction with those to help get everything. And it's kind of warm in those facilities, even with AC on. It's kind of warm in those.
Dropping out from heat stroke. In fact, most of the major cities in America that are in a hotter climate, like, I don't know, Las Vegas, Phoenix, Dallas, Houston, Orlando, Atlanta, all of which would probably exist to some degree if it wasn't for air conditioning, but air conditioning allowed them to grow into major metropolitan areas.
I will state Phoenix and Arizona are two areas, or Phoenix and Las Vegas are kind of two funny areas that even if you don't pay your utilities, they're not allowed to shut off your power, because your powers are AC during the summer months. Well, like I think in Arizona it's like 9 months of the year they're not allowed to. So during the winter, yeah, you don't get power if you don't pay. During the summer, you get to keep your power. You're just adding on charges because the power company doesn't want to shut off people's power, and people die from heat stroke, and now it's on them because they let people die from heat stroke. Kind of funny how that works.
It's literally a saying, air conditioning made Phoenix possible. And last but not least, the airplane. Now, would the Wright brothers have strapped some wings to a bicycle, drove it off a cliff, and figured out how to fly? Absolutely. Is commercial flight without air conditioning as we know it today possible? Absolutely not. The inside of that cabin on that plane would be 400 degrees if it wasn't for air conditioning. So yes.
Not to mention air conditioning is, as he states, air conditioning is a climate control. So not only does it keep the airplane cool, also pressurizes the cabin so that when you take off and you get up into that altitude, your ears, yeah, they pop, but you're not dealing with lack of oxygen, lack of cooling, a huge weird like atmospheric change, because most planes, when you're flying, you're 30,000 feet above sea level, which, by the way, if you don't have oxygen on you, you're gonna pass out pretty quickly, because there's like nothing up there. There's oxygen, not a lot, and you have 200 people on a plane all breathing the same air, and it's not being circulated or anything, and controlled. People are gonna pass out from carbon dioxide, not monoxide, carbon dioxide. People are going to pass out from the heat. People are just going to pass out because there's just not enough oxygen in the cabin. So, yeah, you know, air conditioning isn't just keeping your house cool. It's a full climate control and compression, circulating air.
Air conditioning is the most important invention of the 20th century. Which raises a question, why the fuck don't the Europeans just use it?
Right. What did he say?
Said how's his head,
Movie's so good.
And the answers to that question might be the most infuriating answers to a question I've ever gotten in my entire life. Answer number 1, Europeans don't need air conditioning because the climate
And we
isn't
laugh
as
our
hot as
asses off.
America. Now, setting aside the fact that that proves the initial point that America is hotter and we could survive a British heat wave, we'll just set that off to the side real quick. The Europeans say shit like, well, we wouldn't run them that often and we would only need them for like 1 month a year. Cool. Do you know how much shit I own that I don't need very often? I've had a spare tire in every car I've ever owned my entire life. I've never had to use it. I've still fucking got it just
Wait,
in case.
what?
If there was owned my entire life, I've never
What?
had to use
Neither did Zach. Underwhelming podcast reference, Mr. Editor, 15-minute into episode 38. Okay.
use it. I've still fucking got it just in case. If there was something that I only needed to use 30 days a year to make sure my balls weren't hot while I was trying to sleep, you best believe I'm gonna fucking own it. Oh, well, Europeans are tougher than you Americans. We'll just grit our teeth and bear it. Are you? Are you really? Because last I checked, 175,000 fucking people died from heat stroke because you're too fucking stupid to buy an air conditioner.
Now, I think that's 100. I remember looking at this. I don't think it's 175,000 last year. I think it's 175,000 total. Like, I'm going to get Nick on this one. I think it's 175,000 total between 2021, 2020. No, 22, 23, 24. No, 23, 24, 25 was like 175,000. And that was between France, the UK, and like Germany. And their tolling deaths of those three were 175,000 over 3 years. But those are the ones that they focused on because they've noticed that the deaths kept increasing over years.
Do you understand how insane that is? If there was any other event on the planet that killed 175,000 people, there would be memorials and statues commemorating what a tragedy this was. But because it's just you guys being like, well, the Americans invented a machine that can domesticate wind, but we don't want to admit they're right, so we would rather let all our young and elderly die of heat stroke than give them the W. What are you doing? Okay, which leads right into the next argument, the most infuriating one because I used to build shit for a living. Americans don't understand because our homes are actually built to retain heat, so an air conditioner wouldn't work as well for us. Motherfucker, that's just insulation. That's how insulation works, okay? Do you?
I was about to say, I'm like, wait, excuse me? That's just... Oh, homes work. You want to keep the heat in during the winters, and you want to keep the cold air in during the summers. How insulation works. Okay.
You have a thermos. If you put hot tea or whatever stupid shit you guys drink in a thermos, you know how it stays hot? Now dump it out and put fucking ice water in it. The ice water stays cold, okay? Your house isn't specifically designed to be hot inside. It's designed to have a controlled temperature regardless of what's going on outside. So if you buy an air conditioner and you cool off the house, it stays fucking cool. Well, air conditioning's really expensive. No, it isn't. You can buy a window unit for $169 to cool off the room that you sleep in or your living room or whatever, okay? The average minimum wage of Europe is $8.33 American. That's 20 hours of the most unskilled labor that you have available in exchange for a magic box that domesticates the fucking wind so you don't have to sweat your balls off. Okay, that is a modern miracle, and you're
Nick's going on a rant. Oh, here we go.
saying that that's too expensive. I would pay an outrageous amount of money to see a British person go back in time and talk to one of their ancestors, some medieval peasant picking turnips outside of a castle, and explain to them that in the future, there's a magical box that can make the house cold when it's hot outside. And in exchange for that, all they had to do was work 20 hours and they could cool off their house for years upon years to come, and then explain to them with deadpan stare, but I don't do it because it's expensive.
Are you pulling my leg?
Motherfucker, it's literally magic to these people. You have the opportunity to buy climate changing magic for 20 hours of your time, and you're just like, nah, I'd rather let grandma and grandpa die from heat stroke. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm slowly coming around to the idea that this is actually a conspiracy by the European governments to slowly kill off old people so they don't break their universal healthcare system. There's no other logical explanation for why you would be anti-air conditioning. And apparently one of the big talking points is, oh, well, air conditioning is actually bad for climate change, so it's only making the problem worse. And then the climate activists get on CNN or the BBC or whatever, and they're giving interviews offering alternatives to air conditioning that you could do. I'm going to show you because if I didn't show you the interview.
Okay. Before he gets into this is probably where the yogurt thing comes into play. So be ready to be disgusted because dairy products and heat don't go together very well. AC is responsible for the meteor killing dinosaurs. What's up, Dicey? How are you doing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because of AC, the dinosaurs got wiped out because it summoned a meteor. AC is Sephiroth. Oh God, I just made a video. Air conditioning is Sephiroth because Sephiroth summons a meteor to wipe out the planet. How's it going, Daishi? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh no. Oh no.
You wouldn't believe me. Their solutions get progressively worse, but we're going to go ahead and start off with their best solution. Solution number one.
If it gets really hot, I sleep under a wet sheet. That's my other technique.
No. No. Under a wet sheet? No. Oh, that's just, you're just asking for like mildew and and that's damp and then it's heavy. Oh, 3 steps later, Israel for some reason. Yeah, exactly.
How about no?
With a big bucket of water under the desk with my feet in the bucket of water.
Option number 2, soak your feet in a bucket of water while you're sitting at home all day long. Also, no. B, I know your house fucking stinks. It smells like wet feet and BO because you're not wearing deodorant and you don't have air conditioning, and I know you're sitting in the house sweating your ass off 24/7. No, I'm not doing it.
That right there. Nope. Like, it's not like, even if you don't have air conditioning, if you can get like a fan, and yeah, the fan just pushes around air. Fine, cool. Get a fan. You don't even do like a spritzer or anything like to kind of cool yourself off. What you do is you turn on your fan and you go and you wet a towel and you throw it in the freezer. You kind of form it to your neck and throw it in the freezer for a little bit, and then you just put it around your neck as the wind blows. And as that fan hits the frozen towel, it cools your neck, which cools down your body, and it's a great way of doing it. That's a very cheap and ineffective way, or effective way of keeping yourself cool. Does it keep your house cool? No, but it's at least keeping you cool, so you can be like, okay, or buy AC and join the dark side. Yeah, exactly. Just buy AC and you'll be fine. Because my house, we have a swamp cooler, but I also have an air blowing fan that I use as a tech, and this thing's kind of strong. Like, if you guys ever hear when I'm streaming during the summers, it's because I have the fan on, and I keep it at low because I don't need to turn it on high. I turn it on low, and I like, all it is turning it on, and I'm like, cool. When I was in a shop, I cranked that sucker to that high, and I'd be like, I'd walk in front of it. I'm like, oh, it's so good. And then I'd be back to working on cars. But I'd also be cool because I just be in front of it a lot of the time, and it'd just be blasting me with air. And it's not hot air because it's cycling out the air and giving me cooler air. So it was kind of nice, you know? I don't know. It's funny how you can have like certain things. I will state that fan is kind of expensive, but of course, mechanics a lot more expensive. By expensive, I mean that was like $400. But it's a personal AC unit, essentially. It's stupid. I love it.
And option number 3, I can't believe this is real.
Including, would you believe it, painting windows with yogurt.
I knew this was coming, but what? What?
Can't believe this is real.
Including, would you believe it, painting windows with yogurt.
The only thing I have on my head is my headset. I'm not throwing that down because it's expensive. But I feel Nick there. I really do. Yeah, they do. It's kind of ridiculous how it does. And again, he mentions 175, and I think that's between 3 years. But I mean, 175,000 over 3 years is still a lot of deaths. That's worse than our gun deaths. No one's ever going to actually explain it, and I can actually go ahead and state this. About 85% of our gun deaths are self-inflicted. It's like roughly around 30,000, and like 85% of that is self-inflicted. Meaning most people are game ending themselves. In fact, your rifle deaths are less than 1,000 a year. Again, that's still a lot of deaths, but still, there's more people saying good night and ending and just turning off the video game than anything else, and they're still getting trounced by people going, "Oh man, it's really hot out." Huh, weird. But still, yogurt on. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about. Oh, that's making me. Go, Nick. Go on.
How are you this?
Takes true dedication. It does. Or, you know, it really does. Or you're just Kurt Cobain. There's a Courtney Love joke there, but she's very much alive and litigious. So we'll just leave it at that.
Your solution, rather than just admitting the Americans are onto something with this air conditioning shit, is to smear yogurt on your fucking windows. You want to make window cheese rather than just turn on an air conditioner. How do you not see how fucking insane that sounds? Like, one of your biggest talking points is air conditioning is expensive. How expensive is it to smear a new layer of yogurt on all the windows on your house and then have your house smell like curdled milk and still be hot as shit? I can't even begin to fathom the amount of desperation and misery the person that figured this out was experiencing. Do you know how fucking hot and sweaty and delirious you have to be sitting at home in your living room on the couch for you to finally go, I gotta do something. I'm gonna try smearing yogurt on my windows.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Like, what are you doing? Just
Yeah, I feel that. That's an exact clip. Yeah, how someone had to have been dealing with heat stroke and did that and went, oh, it's a little bit cooler in my house. And then like probably like an hour later, I was like, why does it smell like spoiled milk? And at least I'm cool. At least it's not as like seriously. You would the better way to think of it is it's not an insulation. It'd be like using blackout curtains. So it would prevent, because it's a thicker layer, it would prevent the heat from coming in, but it would also trap the heat that's inside the house from going out. So it'd be cooler-ish, like a degree cooler inside than outside, because it'd be preventing the heat from coming in, but you wouldn't be a lot of the heat wouldn't be escaping. So it's not, it's slightly better. By slightly, I mean It's 98 degrees outside and it's 97 in your home. It's only slightly better. Not very much. It's not worth it. Not to mention, again, yeah, that's a lot, especially depending on like the home. A lot of yogurt. Furthermore, scraping that shit off. Oh my god, clean your windows would be this. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if it's like 97, 98's where you die. Well, if we keep it 97, we're fine. But if it goes to 98, nope, we're done.
Get an air conditioner, for the love of God. Oh my God. At this point, I'm convinced that air conditioning could prevent World War III if you guys would just do it. No wonder you guys are always starting world wars and dragging us into it. You're all fucking grumpy and hot 24/7. Get some AC and come up with a peace treaty. I don't ever want to hear a European talk shit about America being dumb ever again. They always love to bring up like, oh, America has a bunch of gun violence, blah, 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 blah. Cool. More people are dying because you refuse to use air conditioning than Americans are dying from gun violence, all right? And by a lot. It's not even close. Europe is losing 175,000 people a year. To put that into perspective, America had roughly 60,000 people die in the Vietnam War. How do you not see how insane that is? Air conditioning at this point is like the cheapest, most cost-effective, life-saving technology on the planet, and you're just like, nah, I don't want it. And the most beautiful part about all this is I know for a fact there's going to be a ton of keyboard warriors with a bunch of stupid talking points and smug comments in the comment sections, and this is going to get clipped and put on Twitter and Instagram and all these other places, and there's going to be all these comments, and you know what? None of those comments would be possible without air conditioning, because without air conditioning, the internet that you're using wouldn't function and the phone you're holding in your hand wouldn't have been able to get manufactured. You are proving my point that air conditioning is the most important invention of the 21st century, and if you don't have some, you should get some, and that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch, maybe drink some Echelon. Links to both of those available over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Guess it was. I swear it was. That might have been just England itself. And that's not all of Europe.
Don't forget to go check out Supremacy World War III, unlock your railgun, and go conquer the British. It's what George Washington would have wanted.
That's probably like why I was looking at was just England, which makes sense. Because it's not all of Europe. It's just certain countries within Europe that really don't like it. Let's see. Do we have any fun? AC is too expensive. The people who buy a TV license. Oh, damn. Last week in Toronto, it hit 106. I pushed one button and was no longer 106 inside. Oh god. Yeah, here in Greece, almost everyone has AC. Work has AC, bus has AC. First time I heard France and England didn't have AC, I thought it was a joke. The more I investigate, the stupider it seems. Holy cow, people are like, oh my god, I can't believe. Yeah, again, it's not all of Europe, it's just certain countries in Europe. Right here, right there. Right there. Have I watched Julie's new video? No, I have not. I have actually not been watching a lot of AI videos recently just because I've been falling behind and I'm like trying to kind of reinvigorate myself. And I've got a lot of them like in a playlist, and I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, no, there was Nick talking about air conditioning and how people are stupid. I'm not surprised. Tis a good watch to cleanse the stupidity. Yeah, I can show you real quick. I think that's maybe. Oh no, not his playlist. AI reacts. Do I have? That was loud. Oh no, I don't. I do have pastas. Got Jorgens. I've got one for Aspu. I do want to do this one. It's just not going to be tonight. I'll add Julie's in because I do want to do some reacts to all of that later. Because I kind of want to get back into them, but I gotta ease myself in and not like overdo it. Because I still got like Akno stuff. I've got stuff from Music Satire, Play Astronomical, Lily. This one I just added in. I do want to react to Happy's birthday present to me. You know, I still got a lot. I've still got a lot, you know, that I need to. I've got like a couple of lilies in here and everyone. So I'm going to keep adding to it and then just eventually just start going through them. How I'm going to cleanse the stupidity though is we're going to watch Brandon Herrera and some gun memes because you know what? Again, it's not all Europeans. It's just a couple specific countries within Europe that are just not understanding the factor. I don't care what the climate control people say. Like, oh, well, it's producing China and India and I believe not North Korea. North Korea actually is pretty, but China and India, and then what is it? There's a Middle Eastern and then an African country that all just produce a lot more. I think it's Congo. They just produce way more. Like China produces a lot, but China has a huge industry, like industrial industry, so they produce a ton. India just, I think everyone owns a car that their cars get like 20 gallons to the mile, so they're just burning gas everywhere. So that's how India does it, where China has like a lot of industrials, so it's creating a huge carbon footprint to it. So that's like how theirs is offset. They're not like bad like India where they're burning so much gas that they're creating a huge carbon footprint. Theirs is industrial. But like, I'm sorry, America doesn't, even with our ACs, we don't even touch China. And China's like fourth, I think. China is like way lower than it was. So I'll give China on that. But yeah, I think it's like Congo. Congo produces a ton too. But that's yeah. Trash country where the poop festivals. Yeah. I agree. I agree, Daishi. I agree 100%. Anyways, Brandon Herrera and gun memes.
Gun Meme Review. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Welcome back to another good old-fashioned episode of Gun Meme Review, a show we do every first and third Thursdays of every month. At least we used to. And with that in mind, you know, everybody's been so...
Poor Brandon. Can't do gun meme reviews twice a month because too busy trying to be a congressman. I do too. He's actually got, so that's the rifle from Starship Troopers. He actually has the Halo assault rifle too now. Got a shotgun there. That's a gaming shotgun from a video game. Rifle from Fallout. He just needs an M41A2 pulse rifle. Should be. Yeah, I know, right? Not to mention like all the we can't forget the Barrett. The M1A2 Barrett. The shoulder mounted bullpup 50 caliber helicopter killer. But there's only like 23 made of this gun here. It's too sexy. It's super sexy. Oh, sorry, my phone overheated. I didn't realize that. Oops.
fucking serious lately, I figured it was time we got back to the good old-fashioned roots, the good old days of gun meme review. Today we've got a whole host of different gun memes, including the triumphant return of Marty Robbins, so stay tuned. Got a little drinky poo here. Let's see what you have sent me. New Jerseyans be like, you wouldn't believe what I found in this lake. Congratulations again to friends of ours in New Jersey. The, I believe, Third Circuit Court of Appeals just decided that their assault weapons ban was unconstitutional.
Oh, nice.
Which
Very
anyone
nice.
who's ever read the Constitution could probably tell you. So once again, the right of the people to keep and to bear arms is slightly less infringed than it was before. They now have the option to take it to the Supreme Court, which... bold move, Cotton.
Let's see if it pays off for him.
Clarence Thomas is hungry. Feed me your unconstitutional bullshit. 40 years of assault weapons bans. Clarence Thomas wanting to buy an SP7 when HK releases it. Anti-gunners will call you racist while actively having a poster of Clarence Thomas as a dartboard.
That's kind of funny. Listen, Clarence Thomas is super bait. Do I agree with everything he ever states and everything? No, but he does a lot. He cares about, he looks at it and goes, is this a constitutional thing? Yes or no? Does this fall under it? No. Does it infringe on it? Yes. Or does it fall under it? Yes. Okay. He's very, he explains it as if he's looking at it by law, which is why I'm like, okay, I might not agree with you, but at least you're consistent. Everything is by law.
Don't worry, Clarence. We got your back. But I hate when that man's off the court. He's truly too based for this world. Silencer discussions in 2026. Why is my can 1 ounce more than advertised weight? This can is unacceptably heavy. Same weight as the RC2. Silencer discussions in 2010. This long piece of machined metal on the end of my gun is heavy. Yup, they do that. Some of y'all motherfuckers never used electrical tape to stick an oil filter on the end of a 22 and it shows. I didn't do that either.
Oh yeah, the random gun in the corner that you guys can't see. I'm in. So this one, I don't know what this one is. That looks like almost like a grease gun right there. Yeah, Brandon's collection too sexy. I agree, Deji. This should be all NSFW. I'm my editor, so never mind. I was gonna say editor. Blur out his background. Don't do that. I don't know how to do it. I need Photoshop to do it, and that'd be a lot. Yep, yeah, I have the 2 random guns. Actually, I think no, because I think his vector's on the wall. Yeah, his vector is right here. This is his vector right here.
Hey Siri, what's the statute of limit for real though? Suppressor tech has gotten so much fucking better. Even the shitty suppressors out now are really not that bad. I mean, compared to the early, look at the fucking VSS. I mean, I love you, my sweet. But at the same time, if you look at the original fucking specs of that thing, it was like 3 bent washers. Instead of expensive storage cases or wraps, I use my girlfriend's curling iron bag so that my hot suppressors don't burn anything on the way home after a range trip. Whoa, that's genius. Me, an intellectual.
True. But, well, yeah, because I'd be starting an argument with myself. Yeah, then I'd be arguing with myself. Why do you have to argue with yourself? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Sorry.
Just leaning the rifle against the back seat while on the floor so it doesn't touch anything. Funny story. So my Ford Raptor I actually bought, it was Matt Best's old truck. He sold it to me a few years ago, and the one thing he was concerned about that he made sure to show me beforehand, on the rails, on the side of your truck bed, he'd apparently leaned a hot suppressor against the side of it, and it just melted the fuck into the side of the plastic. To which I said, no, I really don't fucking care because I'll probably end up doing the same thing.
Just throw it in the same spot. It'll be fine.
You said you invested our savings into Caltech. No, I said Caltech. Yes, in case you missed it, Caltech just released a new crack-smoking design, a smaller, more compact pistol version of the Caltech Sub 2000. A gun I have.
Oh my god, pre-melted. I know, right?
If I was in a gun design contest for a gun with the most exposed screws and my competition was Caltech, I would be fucked.
This now being a pistol version of that, a very, very compact design on a gun that was already supposed to be.
Yeah, this. Listen, we make fun of Caltech, but Caltech is cheap and has some really good designs. And as stupid as they look, God, some of them are really cool.
Foldable and pretty compact as it is affectionately nicknamed the Nub Sub. And I will say their launch video was phenomenal.
The Caltech Sub SDP.
God, I have such a complicated relationship with Caltech. Half their shit makes no sense.
Caltech. High Point will jam on you. Caltech actually is built well. Caltech is actually built pretty well. It's like, it's worth it. Don't buy a High Point. Don't buy it. Some of their stuff's not bad, but don't buy a High Point. Caltech's better. Not to mention, like, if you live in a state that just like passed a law saying you have to have a specific license to have magazine feds, Caltech has a clip fed 9mm. That's like $250. And it actually shoots pretty well and pretty accurate. Damn.
It's ugly as hell. They use the same fucking washed up Florida beach plastic delivered via cocaine choo-choo train in their weekly meetings. Their engineers are high as hell and their costs are low as shit. But I'll be damned if I don't buy everything they put out. Just look at this fucking thing. Why would I own this? Because I fucking grew up on Halo 3 and I found out Ferrotech was making this fucking thing. Do they make guns for unapologetic poors? Yes. Do they make guns that Hollywood has made iconic? Also
yes.
Do they make guns that seem to be one of the only things on the market that are actually pushing the envelope and developing new stuff? You goddamn.
Just ugly as saying, okay.
He's enjoying the video. Play an ad for.
Like I said, yeah, that makes sense. Like, again, High Point does have some stuff that's very reliable and very good. Not going to sit there and state that it doesn't. High Point fanboys, don't come at me. It's just when someone, because we watch a lot of police body cam footages, there's a lot of times that people that, you know, have guns that they're not supposed to, they have a High Point thing. They're a Draco.
The Sonoran Desert Institute. Well, I'm sure there's those amongst you that have wanted to get your start in gunsmithing.
What's the connection between?
If that's.
Oh no! Oh God! What is the connection between High Points and femboys? Oh no! Why are High Points so common? I was just saying dumb criminals that think they get away with things. But femboys, who? I need to know. Where's Blondie? Where's Taka? I need you two. Come here. Come here. I need one of you to talk about like why you like High Points. I don't think either of them have a High Point, but I'm assuming because you're femboys that you have High Point.
Sounds like you. Consider checking out the links in the description and in the pinned comment to check out sdi.edu. But I also imagine there's plenty of you that are in debt. But now felt like a good time as ever to talk to you about debt. You know, millions of Americans are experiencing some form of debt with bills and calls piling up monthly. Medical bills, student loans, credit card
debt. What fucking hotel are you in that have that nice of a digital
the banks.
EC
but the good news is
unit.
You can fight back. PDS debt has already helped hundreds of thousands
he must
get
be
out of debt faster.
DC
and by paying
here.
off your debt, you could put that money right back where it belongs. In your pocket. Nice work, you two. Whether it's student debt, credit cards, personal loans, PDS Debt has a customized solution just for you.
That's gotta
There's
be
no
DC.
minimum credit score required, and they have an
Never
A+
mind.
rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of 5-star reviews. So start taking back control in as little as 30 seconds.
That one had
you
to
can
be
get your
when he was
free
in.
debt assessment at pdsdebt.com/BH. This is pretty good. That's pdsdebt.com/BH, pdsdebt.com/BH. Now, if you'll excuse me, Daddy's gonna go get a drink at the hotel bar. Paul, watching you miss your 25-meter targets with your new red dot sight. God, pour one out for a real one. Paul Harrell, man. What's crazy to me is we're like a month away from the 2nd anniversary of his death. Time's flying by so fucking fast, man.
It's been that long, hasn't it?
Rest in peace, Paul Harrell. The industry's worst.
Now we've seen a Brandon Tubb stream. Oh my god, yes.
Marty... we'll save it for later. I do not buy guns based on ballistics or statistics. I buy guns based on sex appeal. If it's not sexy, I don't buy it.
I feel called out. Because every gun I own is that way. Every gun I own is that way. It looks sexy, therefore I buy it.
I have no idea what that fucking sounds like.
Am I going to...
food. I love it.
Am I going to get... This is Disney. Fuck it, we ball.
If I don't love it, I don't swallow.
Good God. The recommendation on that was just in the search engine, Ratatouille, I don't swallow.
Oh my god.
I do not buy guns based on ballistics or statistics. I buy guns based on sex appeal. If it's not sexy, I don't.
It's reliable. It's slightly sexy. I mean, Glock's... I will state, Glock does have a tendency to have a weird sex appeal. Not super sexy, but it's sexy. You know. Pain.
Buy it. Honestly, I feel this to an alarming degree. I mean,
Gen 6
you think
is...
I have a fucking use
Actually, Gen 6 looks really good.
I
I'm
bought
not
it
gonna lie.
because it's hot. Half the shit on my wall I didn't buy because of the stats. I bought them because I like movies and video games. This is shit that I thought was cool when I was 16 years old, and I just grew up to have adult grown-up money.
Yeah, I still want to buy a Mark 23. A Mark 23, which is the SOCOM, which is the 45 that Snake uses in Metal Gear Solid. With can. Sexy. I want the full kit where it comes with the actual suppressor and the actual underbarrel attachment for the light and laser sight. Because it's just sexy when it's all put together. The light's shit. The laser's okay.
And you know what I learned when I bought half of them? By modern standards, they suck. But they're still fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever shot
Hey,
a
listen,
Thompson?
that's
To
the nice
paraphrase
thing.
Ian McCullum from Forgotten Weapons, the person responsible for the ergonomics on that weapon has never met a person, but they're certainly excited at the prospect of meeting one day. Fuck it, I got 2 of them. Because they're good? No, because they're cool. I am a grown-ass man.
Yeah, I will state that. Thompsons are not very good guns. But goddamn, are they sexy, especially with the drum mags. Oh god, a Thompson with a drum mag. Oh, that's so sexy. Oh, the gun's shit, but I want one. Not to mention, it's 45, so it's just expensive ammo. But goddamn, is it sexy? Not to mention, that P90 is sexy. I don't care. P90 is sexy. That is so sexy. Oh, 100%. I 100% buy a nice fedora and a nice pimp straight suit and walk around with that thing. Yeah, see, yeah.
And this makes me happy. And now the return of the GOAT, a Marty Robbins meme. Ranked choice ballots making rounds. Congressman Herrera. The fucking nose on that, the schnoz on this fucking AI image. Look, I know I've had my nose broken a few times, but for fuck's sake, it's not that bad. Congressman Herrera. Progress. The right-wing blues. Not that kind of rally.
Very fine people.
Texas tough. The gun right of way. AK-50-50, lightning strikes twice, wall-eyed, the horned rhino. I don't actually understand about half of these. 23andMe, high caliber man, the hanging branch, billing for recoil, one in the chamber, over the Blueberry Hill. Did I feature this because it's about me and because we needed a return to Marty Robbins? Yes, I did. That being said, if anybody would like to tell me what the fuck half of those were about down in the comments, I would love to know. Op-ed by Garth Strudelfud, political analyst, former hall monitor. I tried firing an AR-15 yesterday, and I have literally been soiling myself.
Oh, it's Babylon B. Okay.
Hours. Do you remember that one video? It was like, oh god, it's gonna be like
it's a good meme.
It's
a good meme. All right,
but that reporter
Babylon
was
B.
like, I tried firing an AR-15 and I was like completely horrified. What was his fucking name? He had a funny name.
Gersh Kunzman.
Excuse me?
What?
Oh yeah. Gersh Kunzman. Before I get a strike about this. Literally his name.
Hold on. Yeah, YouTube. So I don't get a strike. There's his name. Come over here. There's his name. Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
I don't make the rules. This one's gonna stir some shit. When you thought you had time to rack the slide. I don't know if you guys have seen that video of the buffalo just absolutely bodying that guy at that national park. So this has been the subject of some debate amongst my friends. It has come to light that Nick, the fat electrician, one of my favorite people on the planet, he's genuinely a very, very good friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Carries without a round in the chamber. It's funny, it's completely organically, I came across this other variant. People who carry without a round in the chamber and never practice the Israeli method. Reality. It's basically the practice of drawing and chambering at the same time, I suppose. I will say having a live round pointed at my left testicle is like not my favorite thing ever. But the way I've always thought about it is like carrying with one in the chamber is kind of like having a parachute. If you have one and don't need it, you're fine. If you need one and don't have it.
See, and that's the thing. Like, for me, I carry one in the chamber, but I've even talked about it. Like, eventually having more kids and having like a little one crawling on me while I'm out and about and I'm carrying. I almost don't want to carry one in the chamber because I don't want it to accidentally go off and shoot me in ephemeral or hit my kid, you know. I want to be the guy known for sure because the kid crawled on him and it, like, somehow safety went off and hammer went down and got his kid. I don't want to be known as that. So it's like, that's one of those things. Like, will I be uncomfortable for a little bit because I'm so used to carrying one in the chamber? Yes, but that's where practice comes in. Yeah, that's the other thing, is having that too. Yeah, like that's my worry, is like, I have a kid crawling over me and I have concealed and one in the chamber. Like there's a lot of like worries about that. And I watched that video where that's the fat electrician that sticks. Like, entire argument is, I don't because of this, and this is the only reason.
You're never gonna need one again. Motherfuckers be making this decision at 8 and dying with it. Which is funny because I think most people I know that have a strong opinion with AR versus AK had that opinion very early on.
I will always state this. I love ARs. They're really sexy guns. But I love the reliability. Okay, I could have both of them. I would, which we do. And that's the Kalashnikov.
ARs.
Which I knew where I stood on that fairly early, and I think we all know which one's right.
I get that. I get that, Daichi.
Turkish pistols.
Yeah, just dual wield them.
Turkish shotguns. The Turkish shotguns are just like notoriously shitty. I remember trying to offload some at that gun buyback we did in San Antonio. Just knowing I could get more money back out of fucking HEB gift cards than those shotguns were worth. Turkish pistols, on the other hand, for whatever reason, I feel like the Canics just have a very good reputation. I feel like for bang for your buck, the Canics are probably one of the better bargains in the market. I have a couple. somewhere. Not everybody shares that opinion. No, it doesn't affect my baby. 21 years later. Look, I never had a problem with the Canucks. I have had many problems with the Turkish shotguns. Not exactly a fan. Deport Turkish 2011 owners. Yeah, we didn't talk about those memes. I guess it's been a while. It's been a good minute since we've done like a good sit-down gun meme review. Yeah, because we didn't get a chance to talk about that.
What I would assume is the couple that got
couple
up.
that climbed on top of the Empire State Building. But you know, they went up there to demonstrate, to tell people the hard truths. Truths that people aren't always willing to hear.
They posted something.
Your rifle is
They
sub
said
MOA,
something.
but you're not. The amount of motherfuckers that are demanding, like, I need a sub-MOA rifle. And then they shoot at indoor ranges at 20 yards. What? That one hit a little close to home?
I will state this. I've never shot my rifle at 20 yards. It's actually because of the type of rifle I have, it's set for a 50-yard range. Like the zero is at 50. Not set for 100. But that's because it's 300 blackout, and I don't need it to go to 100 because most people I'm going to be shooting are within 50 if they break it. I could probably actually set it for 20 for height or 4 and be fine. But yeah, no, I don't actively look to someone. I just actively protect my home. That's where that comes from. I could probably actually set it to 20. I don't need it to be of MOA with 20 yards. More than enough.
Every goon IG page making some variation of this for the next few days if they haven't already. Get nods or something. I feel like that did happen.
I get that. You gotta test
is the
it.
only worthwhile bullpup rifle.
There's no falses
Off the top
there.
of my head.
There's no falses there. On that one, there's no falses. But no, I get that, Daishi. Yeah, you have to make sure like the rifle shoots well first before you go and try and like range it out. And even then, like, how often are you going to be shooting at 100 yards with it? Like, think about that. Could you set for 100? Yeah. But then you're dealing with a lot more height over bore. Because 100 yards, you have to adjust a lot more. The same. So, like, if you have an optic and you're shooting at 100, but if they're closer, your optic's set for 100, so it's pointed up more than where the bore is. So, you know.
Can't really think of another. So, fight me, I guess. Yeah, that one's cool. It gets a pass.
Hey, listen, shotguns are the best way to defend a home.
I find to be very cool, though. Almost as cool as its cousin, the XM8.
Only two things I have to do in this world. Be cool and die.
It's a gun you might remember from things like, I don't know, Call of Duty, Battlefield. If this video gets 1 like, I'll do a video on the XM8. Well, say no more. The range officer watching me set up paper targets of him at the shooting range. I don't know, man. I've never had any bad RSOs. Like, I've never... I guess I've got
RSO I've ever had.
I'm sure there could be some clearly annoying FUDs, but if this is your response, then I understand why there might be some animosity. The government takes half my chocolate milk money, then they tax my chocolate milk. This world is a prison. Free men don't ask permission, and taxation is theft. Anyhow, I figure
that's coming from a future congressman, by the way.
About it for this episode of Gun Meme Review. I don't know, like I said in the beginning, I feel like people have been taking shit too seriously lately, including myself. I don't know, I got a little caught up in all the big boy shit that I got going on, and I forgot what made this so fucking special in the first place. Being able to have the best fucking job on the planet and get to entertain you.
Most of the RSOs I've ever had are cool. What's up, Holmes? How are you doing?
Not to be too gay about it. So on that note, I appreciate you guys staying all the way to the end of this episode of Gun Meme Review. I appreciate you all, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next one. Thanks, guys.
Good old Brandon Barbera.
I'm on the edge on that one. That one's gonna get me in trouble.
What did you say, Brandon? What did you say? But that was Brandon Herrera and his gun memes. I'm trying to get into more of like the unsub guys overall. So, all right, give me a minute. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back, though. He is still in for the midterms, Daichi. So he is the primary for the Republican side for District 23. And then his competition it's heavy competition. I mean, it's some heavy competition there. I might be tipping the scales in her favor. Sorry, I had to make fat jokes about her. Anyways, I'll be right back. Let me go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I came with thunder behind my eyes, a crown of storms and a broken sky. You rose where the black waves breathe, an old wrath waking underneath. The skyline bent, the sirens cried, steel and stone were cast aside. We crossed the earth like falling gods, leaving fire where silence was. Every scar became a word, every roar a vow unheard. If the world feared what we became, then let it tremble at our names. We were fighting through the city, running through buildings like they were nothing, turning towers into dust beneath our feet. You were my greatest enemy, the closest thing I had to a best friend, and every wound you gave belonged to me. We will always be rivals, bound by ruin, storm, and flame. And there is sorrow when one dies, because the other stands alone inside the rain. I hated the light within your chest, yet chased it more than all the rest. No throne, no crown, no conquered land could ever match your final stand. You were the wall I could not break, the pulse that made the heavens shake. We never needed words to know what only ancient rivals show. Rise again. Break me again. Meet me where the burning begins. Let the streets split wide. Let the sky come undone. This war was never meant for anyone but us.
All right, I am. What? Yeah, if you're in Texas District 23, he's a good guy. So go vote. He's a very good guy. So we want to see like people who are in it to make a difference, not in it for like a really nice paycheck. Because he makes more money. He'd be making more money if he just focused on doing YouTube and doing all of his stuff, all of his content creation than he would as a congressman. So, ooh, Boopy put out a new video. Nice. Nice. I kind of want to hold on. All right, so this is probably gonna be the last video for tonight because I know I always tend to make police body cam footage videos go way longer than they really need, but that's besides the point. Anyways, we're gonna check out Code Blue Cam. They've got this one. This came out 3 days ago from the recording. Man turns simple speeding ticket into 5 years in prison. Ooh. I mean, if he's turning it into prison, that means he's not getting shot. So we'll see how this goes. So let's get into it. Buki put out something. I'll be checking that out.
Looks like they got good spikes on them.
When an officer initiates a traffic stop for a speeding car, he doesn't know that he is neither the first officer to try stopping the SUV, nor would he be the last.
I'm not sure.
Ram me, that motherfucker.
Ooh, this one's gonna be spicy. Cops are gonna get a little ingy. Get a little ingy. We might get some good banter. Oh. Let's get into this one.
It started around 10:20 p.m. on November 28th, 2025, when an Osseo police officer spotted a blue Toyota Highlander traveling at more than 100 miles per hour on Highway 10 in Osseo, Wisconsin. But as he initiated
that's excessive speeding. That highway is probably not even that. Probably 65 mile an hour because it's Wisconsin. They don't have high speed.
Traffic stop. He had no idea that the
There's
driver
so many
has
more
other
tire
plans
waiting for
and will
GTA
stop at
apparently.
77 County, still west on 10, just coming up to Peterson Road. Speed's 90, no traffic.
Middle of the night chases are a little bit like they're dangerous because you don't know what's coming up, but they tend to be a little bit safer for the public. Not as many people out on the road, which is kind of nice. There's still people traveling at night because they're leaving or heading some places. You know, there's always traffic somewhere, but it's a little bit less crowded. That's the word I'm looking for. Less crowded. This guy's like all over the road. What the fuck? Is he drunk?
77 County, we're coming into Strum. He's braking again and slowing down. Copy, coming into Strum. WSP has also been notified. Keep me up.
He's like just crossing the lanes all willy-nilly, not caring.
10-4, speed 70, 75 and climbing. Looking to get a 28, maybe first 3 or 415. It's going to be an older style play with 3 numbers in the front, 3 letters in the back. 10-4, any description of the vehicle? Blue Kia SUV, I believe. It's passing the Cenex and Strum, slowing 60 and still.
Calls it Kia. Well, at that range where he's at, that's hard. You can't tell if it's a Toyota or a Kia symbol, because if it's an older Kia, they have that same like oval style symbol. Not their new, like, looks like 9-inch nails.
Slowing.
All the lanes are belong to him.
Try
Exactly.
915, either Paul X-ray or Frank X-ray. Speed's 50. Just got out of Strum. Hispanic male driver.
The driver of the SUV is 29-year-old John Coplin, and as he continues driving erratically and swerving through lanes, the officer is about to find out that he has already been doing this for much of the night and has no intention of stopping.
841 should be out ahead of you with spikes. I'll let you know where. 10-4.
Ooh, spikes. spike strips. We always like seeing spike strips. Spike strips are always nice if they hit. Sometimes they hit people that they hit. I would expect that to come soon. Just depends. Dash cameras are weird, so we'd have to wait till we get like good AI cameras or cameras that can use AI to help like distinguish and figure out lettering and numbering like really clear. So that's going to be the hard part with it. It's there. It could be there already. It's just we just need it in a camera that's good.
Alts Road and passing again. Left turn signal still on, and we're speeding back up. He's looking for a place to bail here somewhere. Scoop Road, and continuing again.
Dude's like slowing down and speeding up.
No traffic.
They probably could. Either of them could. Especially since Leaf's taking her time off from content creation for a little bit. I don't know how long it's going to be. She just said that she's going to be taking some time off. Good for her. She needs it. She needs to take a break. You might be looking into it, into stuff like that, and could probably make it. I bet you Sky could do too.
Roads are clear and good. Down to 20. Stopping for the stop sign. 40, let's box in if we can. And he's heading north on 93.
As the chase continues, a trooper monitoring Trempealeau County's radio traffic hears the officer's updates and heads toward the area, preparing to deploy spike strips to stop John. As more units join the pursuit, their priority is clear: bring John to a stop. But they know it isn't going to be easy.
10-4, they are just passing Lowe's Creek Road, continuing northbound over 100 miles per hour. Vehicles described as a blue Kia.
That's the hard part is, again, you're looking at, like, I even do it when I'm driving. I'm like yelling at people. Like, I'll mistake a symbol for something else, and then I'll get up and I'm like, oh, I was calling you a piece of shit Nissan, but you're actually, or I was calling you a piece of shit Toyota, and you're actually a Ford. Huh.
93 and Willow Road. Speeds are about 90. 3 at Spruce Road. Still going northbound. That's where you're going to come up double H here real quickly. 77 County. He just turned onto Spruce Road from 93. Spruce, if I remember right, there's one real sharp corner in there.
I like that. Someone's like, hey, if I remember right, there's a real sharp corner, meaning, hey, be careful. How dare you? How dare I identify that vehicle that I was not right next to? Can't tell because I'm looking at a symbol from like car and a half lengths behind.
I'm assuming he's going to blow this corner here at the end of Spruce.
10-4. Ford identifies as the kid, obviously. Oh, jeez. It's Transmake.
The right turn is a dead end, and it's a 90-degree left.
This cop's staying back just in case it's a bad rack.
1050 at the end of Spruce.
Spruce here. Copy, Spruce, are you at all?
We can take another right on. He was able to get himself out of the ditch. We're continuing on Spruce, and we're coming up on a dead end here.
Yeah, that's what he was staying back just in case, because you don't want to be up on someone and then that comes up and then you go into the ditch and they make it out. So he was staying back to watch and get around, which is good on this officer.
He went straight through Spruce. 40 gun, we're going into a driveway at the end of the road here. 2201 is the private land place. Pulling up to the house now.
owner's probably like, super, looks out.
County to 560, did you cross they're gonna leave the dead end as well?
Oh, he's just cutting through the field. Okay. Got damage already. Got damage to the side already.
He's coming back out. Copy, coming back out. 841, copy.
Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. I didn't care. He's like, you're pointing a gun. Oh, you're pointing a gun at me. I'm just going to keep driving. I almost hit the officer, too.
Missed the spikes and he's back out of the private drive. 905. Speed, sir. 40. Copy, 40 miles. Field.
Did he just go off-roading? Yeah, that he did. I can T-bone him. T-bone him. Nope. He's gone.
As units from multiple...
That's always a rough part, because you want, like, when is deadly force acceptable, stuff like that. Like, you had the one cop with the gun out, and the guy just ignored it, so he's not caring about his life. So do you do deadly force, or do you try and get it to end? And that's always a hard part. You're like, you're running the risk of like, well, if I don't use deadly force, who could he hurt? But it does make it, again, it makes it easier when it's this nighttime, because it's 22:37, so it's 10:37 at night at this point.
Counties join the pursuit. The Osseo officer learns that John had not only stolen the SUV, but that earlier that evening, Eau Claire County Sheriff's deputies had also pursued him while he was driving the same vehicle before he managed to escape. Now, as John tries to repeat that pattern, officers are determined to stop him, but he is prepared for every attempt they make.
He's just going back to Spruce again, heading north from the field. Spruce, the operation, going the same direction we were going.
Yeah, and also you gotta be careful, because there's ice on these roads, so they're trying to not spin out themselves or damage their vehicles.
Eastbound Spruce, come up to 93.
4560, are you in pursuit too? 744, the third unit.
He's driving kind of slow.
I believe the vehicle is stolen.
Oh, no, he's speeding up a little bit. You're looking at like 40, 45-ish.
County to Osseo, do you have a direction of travel on 93?
Alright, please.
Going out the spike strips.
Still going on Spruce. Copy, 35 on Spruce, eastbound.
County to unit, sounds like that vehicle is possibly stolen out of Dunn County or was stolen near where our 381080 ended.
663 out there, can you let Trimble County know I got spikes right at Spruce and 93? I can see them coming.
I copy, spiked at Spruce and 93.
This is the guy that heard, and he's like, he's waiting.
State Patrol has spikes at 93 and Spruce. Northbound on 93 from Spruce.
It looks like it tagged part of the wheel, one of the wheels.
State spikes.
Ow. He had them out. He had them out pretty far. Like that cop had them out pretty far. That was good on him. He tried to cover the entire road and into the ditch a little bit to try and catch something.
I didn't copy that, so 77 go again.
He's driving pretty slow.
Got spikes at 994 and 93 intersection. North 660 there. I had a good hit. He's going southbound now.
Absolute mouth. Cops behind him. Lights, cherries and berries are going. Guys, just like, oh shit, cop. Oh, he wants me to get. Oh, I should get over. Like seriously, dude. Like, pay attention to what's around you.
663 is gonna pit.
Oh, guys, I'll be like, oh nope, I'm out.
663 up there. He sped back up. 10-4, we're at Redwood and 93, speeds of 70 miles per hour. Sounds like spikes are at 94 and 93.
With a pit-certified trooper now leading the pursuit, the unit is finally about to get the breakthrough they've been working toward. But they soon realize that John is just as relentless as they are and will not give up without a fight.
Ooh. Ooh, what is he going to do?
93 and tomorrow, still heading northbound, still at 70 miles per hour. Traffic's light.
And you gotta say trooper. Shit.
Looks like they...
What was that?
Looks like they got good spikes on them.
Okay, so that was the spikes.
Good spikes.
That was another set of spikes. Good spikes, guys. Good spikes. Almost got the trooper though. That's not good.
We're cutting 93 at this point. Lorch, L-O-R-C-H, is where we're at now. Speeds are 40.
He's losing tires.
Oh yeah, he lost tires. Pit. Oh, good pit. Aww. Hit again. Good pit.
Ram me, that motherfucker.
Oh, that cop's so pissed.
Ram me, that motherfucker.
He's so pissed because he's thinking there's like a pit certified more paper.
Hey, you just ran me. Yep.
He's going south.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's like, it's Donut did a crime is fun talking about video game crimes, and like there's a lot of people who, I'm not saying GTA is like the reasoning, but the reasoning is because of GTA. Like, it's not because GTA made me do this. Their reasoning is, well, it looked fun in GTA, so I decided to do it. Like, that's not good reasoning to go and just like run up and like pull someone out of their vehicle and take their car. At knife point. Because now you're just getting a lot of different charges on you.
Copy, you had a good hit. Vehicles back southbound.
He's gonna be in the wrong lane of traffic now.
Channeling your inner there, officer? Gonna be in the long way? Oh, he's in the long way of the traffic. Of the traffic.
Copy, southbound, in the wrong lane of traffic.
By your assumption of rationality or intelligence concern. Yes. Hey, at least he's back on the right side of the road. He's got no tires. He's got no tires. Hold on. Wait. We're going back. Hold on. This man has the most blank face in the world. He's like, yeah, he's on the far right side of the road. Cancel him. No, he's got the most blank face. He's just like, He's on something.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
I mean, he did put his hands up right when he's like, I guess I'm caught.
Let me see your hands. Roll your window down. Roll your window down. Keep your hands outside the window.
The trooper's car is smoking.
Seatbelt. You get that gun out of my face. Slowly unbuckle your seatbelt. You guys got him? Yep. You guys got lethal? Yep. I don't have a gun. You're coming out. Come on.
I don't have a gun. It doesn't matter. You were.
You can be able to get out through the door. All right. Get out. I'll get out, man.
I don't have a gun. You were driving a 3,500-pound vehicle at 110 miles an hour. Consider a lethal weapon. Just saying. You hit someone else in the car going those speeds. If you survive, they might not. Just saying, you're technically driving a lethal weapon.
Come on, man. You ain't gotta be so rough, bro. Come on. Get out. Get out of the vehicle. Get out. All right, I will. Sir?
Dude, you're gonna get tased. Get the fuck out of the car.
Get out. You're going to get tased if you don't get out of the car.
Resisting.
Get down, guys. What the f***? Well, get down. Then get out of the car. Jeez, who the f*** think you are, bro?
The one that started the pursuit. Get out of the car.
All right, I'll
Who the fuck do you think you are? The fucking police?
bro.
Do it now.
Bro, I will come out.
Do it now. This isn't on you time. This is right now. Get
out, bro.
Fucking tase him.
I will, sir.
Tase him, wrap him, throw him in the river.
Get out of the
The
car.
frozen river.
I'm trying, bro. God damn it, now it is.
Just a little. Listen, they can't shoot him a little, but they can taste the shit out of him. He was resisting enough that they could have just been like, fuck it. Pull out the taser and just zap zap. Saying. Let his face hit the ground, it's fine. He doesn't need all this dose, Jesus.
Stop me, you're gonna get tased.
You ain't wrong, though.
I was literally ready to comply.
560 County 1 in custody.
I was literally ready to comply. Yeah, you were at a point where it's like, this went on so long that there is no, I'm complying. There's, get the fuck out and get on the ground or get tased, motherfucker. Just saying, you went too long. Now, if you pulled over, put the car in the parking, gone, okay, rolling down window, get out of the car, okay, hit the hands behind your back, yeah, they would be like, all right, he's complying. A little less flavor of reality. Some people do. Or a little bit of electroshock therapy.
You okay back here, dude?
Oh, the peppers.
How's it going?
You're not gonna fight anymore? No, man. I wasn't fighting to begin with.
How's it going?
You're not gonna fight anymore? No, man. I wasn't fighting to begin with.
I wasn't fighting to begin with. Yeah, you weren't fighting in the sense of you weren't physically fighting, but you were keeping yourself from getting detained and arrested. So that's a form of fighting. You're just not physically throwing punches. You're just like, again, you're resisting. I think so. Yeah, I think Pat needs to be the official mascot for all K9 units. We love our fur missiles. Pat, 100%. You're now the official K9 unit mascot. I got Jen that now.
We'll go to his squad and then back here.
Pat's gonna be a fur missile.
You guys search them or anything?
Yep.
Yeah. What's your name?
Lindquist.
Step into the door there.
I got it pretty good.
Oh, I got some fun for you.
Do it the wrong way.
Dude, he fucked your belt, and that's a damaged radiator. That's a damaged fan. Probably bad belt and a harmonic. Yeah, no, not a harmonic balancer, but at least a bad belt balancer, like a bad pulley. He fucked your car up a little bit, dude.
Ran me after that.
Why not a little bit of both, Dicey?
Yeah. Yeah, once he was in the wrong lane, it's fair game. There was cars coming and stuff, so over here and he was hardly moving in the grass, so I'm like, I'm gonna hit him again.
Came blowing through Osseo, 60, 65.
Sorry, I gotta listen
it's
to
fair
this.
game. There was cars coming and stuff, so over here and he was hardly.
Yeah, that's a damaged fan. That's a radiator fan damage. His radiator is fucked, but that's a damaged radiator fan. With the smoke coming out, that was a radiator, but the fan's broken too. That's what that ticking noise is that you could hear. That's sorry, panic. So hearing car noises, I'm like, oh, it's this.
Moving in the grass, so I'm like,
Pressuring drugs is a recipe. Yeah,
Oh,
60,
right. 65. I got him on laser. I was like, holy shit. I was like, this car's moving, so I hit him with a laser. I was sitting across from Quick Trip there.
Yeah.
We got an ID on him.
I didn't even see.
Who lost the body camera?
I did.
Sure.
Thank you. I think so. I mean, it's messed up on this side. Yeah.
With John finally in custody, the
They're
unit has at least
looking at the
immediate
damage
threat
of
under
the car.
control,
They
but
don't
there is
give a fuck
still
about
much
him.
to sort through, from the damage left behind to everything that unfolded across multiple counties. And as officers compare notes, more of the moves John pulled throughout the night begin to come to light.
That's a lot of cash.
Second time. I never grabbed it.
He just said his name was John.
It's John Copper. Oh, it's him. Yeah.
Oh, it's it. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's him.
Just chased him. 663 up fire, 1043. This is going to be John Copland. This was from the CFS earlier, the assist other that ran from Eau Claire County.
Do you have his 27 at all?
I don't. All of his on top of the
There's
hood of
no
the car.
deal in there.
No. I'm gonna assume he does.
Somebody has it, I saw him, I think. He said Eau Claire County, give Tremplo the info, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't catch.
I guess I don't even know what originally started the pursuit, or what was that?
It was flying through Osseo at 65 in the 30, like 60. It was like, this car's cooking, I got him at 60 and
Damn.
off him at 63.
35 miles, that's felony. I mean, 25 miles is felony, like across the board, pretty much for almost every state. Certain states are a little bit lower. Certain states, like 20 miles is felony, but 35, that's looking at, yeah, like, and their speed limit here for their highway is 55, and they got them at 100, 110. That's double the speed limit. Ooh, that's, yep.
Or 60.
Is it drugs or anything?
I don't know. It's stolen out of Dunn County.
Just really hot and sweaty and like, I don't know.
Yeah, stolen vehicle, potential drugs,
Yeah,
alcohol.
I don't know if he's just way high. I don't know. He's just extremely sweaty. I don't know if he was. Is any drug mystery?
He hit 33 back there. I'm like, pitting him. He's going slow enough now.
I heard your V8.
Yeah.
Who's this? And then I saw you. I'm like, you can pit him.
Yeah. Give me my license. There you go. Are you the one that hit him in the front? Is that you?
Yeah, I pinned him after you got him. I was like, we're not going to continue this.
No.
So
We're done.
Popped up and he wasn't going to.
Fixing things. Yeah, I know, right?
No. It looked like he was aiming for this car.
I know. I was really worried that he was going to pull Jason Rupert.
Yep.
Hop out and try to steal that.
Yep. That's why I pit him again right away. I'm like, no, we're not doing that.
I know you're in. I've never been a big.
Just happened to be the only one pit certified in the entire crew of cars.
Oh, it's not horrible.
No. So basically what happened, this tire blew off, slowed down to, I was going 33, he was going slower because I started almost passing him. I pit him. He flipped around, shot through, started ramming squad cars on his way through. Went southbound in the northbound. I was going southbound in the southbound. Cut across that larch there. There was cars coming, so I pit him again, and he came back across into here. There was a car back here. He was in the grass going real slow. He started aiming for that car, so I came up over and just, this is where we ended it. Yep.
Yeah, depending on the state and city limitations, you have to be certified. It's a pit certification. Pretty much you have to go through a driving course to pit and know when it's good to pit, when you can't pit, when pitting is allowed at high speeds and is considered a lethal force. A lot of Georgia state patrol officers are allowed to pit at any speed. But they are under, like, if you're pitting at a certain speed or higher, is considered lethal force because the chance of that car rolling and killing the driver and anyone in there is higher. So, like, you have to be certified. You have to know where to hit, how to hit, to cause the most damage, to spin the car out to stop it, where you do the least amount of damage to your vehicle. So, like, that's kind of the certification, is to learn how to do things properly. Like, it seems really easy. You just get behind the driver rear tire, or a little bit in front of the driver rear tire, and then push it. It's a lot more technical than that, because there's a chance that you can catch that tire and spin yourself out too. You have to know how to do it. So a lot of states have officers learn that, and that's sort of an offensive and defensive driving course. And like, one of the courses is literally just learning how to pit a vehicle, like at the speeds, at slow speeds and everything. And then they explain, well, if you pit at this speed, this could be lethal, and this is the ramifications. They show like cases of people pitting at 110 miles an hour, and people just roll, and that person no longer living. So you have to be careful with it. So a lot of them don't like it. There's a lot of states that state, if it's over this speed, you're not allowed to pit, period, end of story. And then you get Georgia, who's like, they're doing 110. Well, if they die, they die. Yeah, passengers, like, you have to account for everything. If you don't see anyone in there and everything, you only have the driver. That's usually a lot easier. And like, higher speeds are a little bit more, well, he's kind of a danger to the road, he's kind of lethal, we can go lethal. But if there's like passengers or potential like hostages, you want to pit where you're not going to hurt those people, but that person, you're trying to stop that person. So there's like a lot of like levels to it. Like, it's easy to learn to pit. It's harder to execute it properly and not cause a lot of damage. Again, or you just are Georgia and you're like, well, it's the only person in the vehicle. They're doing 120. Fuck it. We ball. Yeah, there's very few scenarios where like it's that. But Georgia has that, and usually if you're doing like 110 in Georgia, you're probably
stole this
and
car.
the most of the time I've seen those pits, like the person's already killed someone, so they're like, yeah, fuck it.
So, is it just this side? It's mainly this side. I know. I was like, how am I already back up? They were going like 20.
As the scene winds down, the ASIO officer transports John to the hospital for medical clearance before bringing him to jail. And while he remains cooperative, officers...
Did he get incarceritis? No, he probably... They're not sure what he's on, so they want to make sure he's sober and everything like that. And get all that. Make sure he's not on drugs or anything like that. But still, it's always funny. Did he get incarceritis? Does he need an ambulance?
Catch a brief glimpse of remorse as he learns that one of the patrol vehicles he struck had a canine inside.
Poor puppers.
Again, I do apologize. I know it ain't gonna help us now, but
life would have been a lot better had you just pulled over.
Just trying to talk to my girl, man. So your squad was the one that was pulling up. I tried to swerve out of the way, and you just went on. When did they fix that you guys?
What's that?
When did they fix that
That car's probably told him no. That's our canine squad. The dog got a little shook up.
Damn.
Oh, now he feels remorse. Dude looks like he's considering the camera. I know, right?
Sorry. Why would you keep coming at me?
Oh, now it's the police's fault. Ooh, why would you keep coming after me? Because you're fucking speeding and running from the cops.
You at the... Yep. I'm sorry, dude. My bad. Oh, let's work.
Like, at least he's like, he feels bad about spooking the pupper. Because if he didn't, I'd be like, yeah, no, body camera turns off. I don't know what happened. He broke out of his cuffs and took Lorenzo's gun, so we had to put him down. Your gun is kind of.
Oh, that ain't so bad. There'll be some damage, but not. It's fixable.
Hello, Kura. How are you doing?
Back again, I like that.
With those eyes.
He did not wave.
Ultimately, across the two counties, John was charged with felony, vehicle fleeing, eluding an officer causing bodily harm or property damage, attempting to flee or elude an officer ×2, operating a vehicle without the owner's consent, and misdemeanor resisting an officer. All are repeat offenses, and his total cash bond was set at
What? Repeat offenses? No way. Yeah, also, look at his mugshot. I know I'm like in the way, but look at that mugshot. Look at that piece of shit. No drugs. He's just a piece of shit.
$27,500. Eventually, he pleaded guilty due to a no contest plea of fleeing, eluding an officer, causing bodily harm or property damage, and to 2 counts of attempting to flee or elude an officer. The other charges were dismissed, but read in. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 5 years in state prison, followed by 5 years of extended supervision.
And this happened in 2025. His court date was probably like just recently, so he's not out of prison until 2031. And then he's 5 years on probation. Good. At least he's in prison. He's not, yeah, it's Wisconsin, so like there's a 50-50 of him just, well, he's just a troubled youth. Short drop with a quit. I don't condone that violence. No, I would never that violence. Absolutely. Never would I would never do that. No. Never suggest that we tase him, wrap him, throw him in the river. Never. Keep the taser on him while he's in the river, wrapped up where you swim. Never. Never say that. No, not the least bit. But that was Code Blue Cam, everyone. all right. There's a lot. I've got a lot to look at and watch. We're going to do more. I think we're going to do more. Right button. I think we're going to do more on Saturday. 100% we're going to do more on Saturday. But with that, everyone, I am going to call it that. Yeah, I'm going to call it for the night. I need to get some sleep anyways. I got the work thing in the morning. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head off for the night. I gotta find someone to raid off to. I'm not gonna do Laifu or Zombie. They're probably both ready to call it, right?
I was born with callous pants, a burden carved into my bones to stand between the dark and them, to make these walls a home. Every breath another death.
We'll do links. We'll do links tonight. We'll raid off to links tonight. We'll go to the basement tonight. Yeah, I'll be safe about that, Taishi. But anyways, everyone, we're gonna go right off to links. Let's see links tonight. She's playing some Pal World. I will be back on Saturday, everyone. Hopefully I'll be a little more like aware of everything and brain will be awake more. So that's a big thing there because my brain was all over the place this morning, or this at the start of stream. Yeah, that thing. Anyways, thanks everyone for zooming by. I will catch you guys all later. As always, everyone, I will catch you Saturday. Give Lusty some love and support, and yeah, she's over on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick, so give her the love there. Thanks everyone. I will catch you later. Till next time. Take care.
She gives them love, she gives them life, she makes the broken man still stand. She sees the cracks beneath my skin, she knows the weight I never show, and